righty, it is episode 42 of Paper and Plastic. I am your host, Poppin' Sloth, and I'm joined by my good friend and my co-host, as always, Dr. Plagueis. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, doing well, doing well. We were just having a little production meeting here before the show, and I think we've got some exciting stuff here coming for you guys in the New Year's. Some big plans. It's funny how just seems like weeks ago we were talking about potentially taking a hiatus because we were getting busy, and now things are just like we just want to double down and get to it and keep making content for you guys.
Yeah.
um I'm so sorry, I just realized are you on 3G or are you on your Wi-Fi right now?
I should be on.
We gotta get that quality coming. There we go.
I'm not on my Wi-Fi,
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right. It's a
so
little
hopefully everything levels out.
I'm sure it'll be all right. um it's so weird. It's hard to, man, did we started this show in January, didn't we?
Yeah, like mid-January, I think I just saw a notification.
Mid-January. So we will be coming up on almost a full year here of Paper and Plastic.
Yeah.
We've talked about a lot, we've covered a lot. Man, it's been an interesting year. Caleb Caleb
Yeah,
Caleb
Caleb Leland.
Caleb Leland. Hey,
Yeah.
how's it
How's it
going?
going, Caleb?
And Samrock is here, and
As usual.
and we're going to be talking about some of our favorite things from over this year. There's been a lot of kind of interesting things that have happened. So we're talking about some of our favorite moments, some of our favorite contents, and of course, some of our favorite pickups. So if anyone else out there has some things they want to show off that they picked up over the year, feel free to let us know, and yeah, feel free to share.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess before we get into the year in review stuff, did you have any pickups from, I guess, the last few days? Because I know we just did a show. Uh, was that on Friday, just 4 days ago or
Yeah.
so? Anything you wanted to show off in the meantime?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, I did. I'll grab a few things.
Sure.
Um, Yeah, because I went on a hunt the next day. I wasn't gonna show them off just because of what we had
Oh,
planned, but I did actually get some really great stuff. So,
okay. Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, if you want to
um,
show that, grab those real quick. And I did just double check. Our first stream, our first episode on Paper Plastic was January 24th, 2025. So we're just shy of 1 month away from a year of TV broadcast. Because obviously you're watching us on your TV. Because where else would you watch us? On a phone? Don't be silly. They were TV content for your big screen TVs. Uh, but yes, so I guess Doc's gonna grab his couple things from his hunt, and I've got a couple goodies here set aside. I can't wait to show you guys for my year in review. But like I said, if you guys got anything you guys want to show off, feel free to send me a message. Send it on the Pop In Sloth or on the Paper and Plastic. Either one works. We'll get you.
yeah, I really couldn't locate the books that I was wanting to show. But I do have a couple books here that I received in the mail,
Oh,
um,
okay.
which are kind of exciting. So I spoke about this artist on Friday, Peter Bagg. Who do we have here? Oh, Sam. Okay. Um, so after I found his issues of hate, I was motivated to go buy the first issue to kind of get my run kicked off from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
So when I went on eBay to find one, I was pleasantly surprised to find a pretty cool autographed copy from '93 uh,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
for a very fair price. So
All right.
me and my autographs, and so
Wait, so sorry. You ordered that on Saturday? Friday?
no, I would have ordered this earlier in the week after
Okay.
I had gone on a hunt and found
Yeah.
some later issues of Hate.
Yeah.
And so when I got those, I was motivated. Like, okay, I'm collecting this run now, and I kind of like wanted to get it started from the beginning.
Fair.
So when I looked for number one, I found that copy
Mhm.
like for less than $20 with an autograph. So I went to the seller's profile. Another artist I really like is Tim Vigil, and he did a lot of independent work. And he had a copy of this. It's really hard to see the autograph.
And
It's right.
I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
dude, but you are coming through like real blurry too, so
Oh no. Dang.
it is a little hard to see.
Well, let me try the Wi-Fi and see if that helps.
Maybe switch into the old Wi-Fi. Maybe
Gosh.
we'll do the trick. See if the
Yeah, that's
quality
weird.
kicks in here. Man, it's internet. That never
Yeah.
makes any sense.
So I don't know.
Oh, you're fully frozen now. We'll see if you
Oh,
reconnect here.
really?
We'll give you just a second. Gotta love technical difficulties. Yeah, yeah, you're frozen, boy. I'm going to see if maybe if I remove you from the screen and put you back. If that, oh, oh, you're moving again.
Am
Not
I
great
good?
quality. Not the quality leaves some to be desired. But hey, you know what? We see you moving. Maybe a little.
Okay, I'm gonna back out and I come back in.
All right, sure. I can I can do my stand-up comedy routine that I've been working so hard on. It's a joke. I have no comedy. Um, Samrock. Now the quality seems worse than before. See, that's the problem, man. Canadians got the better Wi-Fi, better internet, except we pay the premium. Sunny Union Gap, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the show. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We're making stuff happen. And let's see. Did we got you here?
How's that?
Hey, there you are. Yeah. We got you. Got you.
Jeez, that's annoying. Oh, anyways, am I good now?
I hope so. You
All
look
right.
like it. You look beautiful. You look great,
Let's
kid.
just let's can the show offs because I really wasn't prepared for them.
All right, no worries, my friend. No worries. We can get right into the meats and potatoes if you like. Real quick here, Sam Rock. I'm watching on a phone because I'm also watching something on TV at the same time, but I usually watch on the TV. There you go.
Oh,
The TV
nice.
content. TV continent. Con. Oh my gosh, I'm twisting my tongue. That's much better now. There we go. Sweet. Do you want to start with our year in review stuff then? Your favorites, some of your hits.
Yeah, I'm mostly prepared for that. I had wrote out the list with what my answers were or whatever, and of
Yep.
course left forgot it. Um,
Okay.
and I didn't have
Do
the chance to say what's up to Mark, but what's up, Mark?
do you want? I have the list in front of me. Do you want me to read you off a category and then you grab something, or how would you like to go about this?
Yeah, we'll just go by category.
Sure.
Some of them are going to be underwhelming, but others will be great.
No, that's it's never underwhelming because no one ever expects it. All right. So do you want to son of Union Gap, Jacob? We can start with our favorite comic series of 2025.
Mm,
In my head, this was not a series that had to start in 2025. It just had to be ongoing. Uh, had to just be in print this year. So, do you have a book or series pulled aside to represent that?
I did. I kind of have two answers, and I'll explain that.
Yeah.
Um, but my favorite series this year uh has been the Lucky Devils.
Okay. Yeah.
It's what I most look forward to. It's what I check every week when I go to pick my books for the week.
Yeah.
I'm hoping and looking for Lucky Devils because I don't look ahead. I don't see when the next ones come out.
Oh, okay.
Um, I just I
Hmm.
kind of like to be surprised by what's coming out that week.
Sure.
The problem with this is I don't know. I feel like it's just been plagued by. I don't know if it gets pushed. I don't know if they planned for the issues to be so spread out. I know that
Yeah.
issue 1 and issue 2 came out like any normal book, one
Yeah.
in February or one in January, one in February, and
Mhm.
then we didn't get another one until April, and then we didn't get another one until I don't know.
It was like summer, like August or something, I think. Maybe
Yeah, yeah.
September. Yeah.
And then not again until October, and then we've been waiting on this next issue. It doesn't come out till the last week of December. So
Oof.
for that
Yeah.
reason, I've got to go. What's up, Eric? And what's up, JSS Brooklyn? Um,
Howdy.
Eric, don't be jealous, but Nick branded me his favorite friend because I know you don't got one of these. Uh, he probably
Shots
does.
fired. Shots fired.
So
Okay.
for that reason, Lucky Devils will take second place. I
Mhm.
gotta go with Absolute Batman. Uh, old, trusty, comes out every month.
Yeah.
It's the second book that I'm most looking forward to. Every time it's released, like those are the books that as soon as they come out, I'm reading them. And I
No,
know
yeah,
that's a
makes sense.
very, very cliche answer, but I reluctantly will admit that I'm a huge, huge Batman fan.
Mhm.
As much as I like to be all about the underground and the unique stuff, I think Batman's probably captured my interest longer than pretty much every character's, except for maybe Ninja Turtles.
Mm.
And the Jason Aaron Ninja Turtles run was a close one.
Mm.
But yeah, I also, dang, I just dropped this book and crunched the corner.
Oh, you
Uh, Got
goof.
to show off this awesome Sean Crystal variant. I chose this because
Mm.
it's probably my favorite cover that I've got from the series. So
Too funny.
yeah,
Uh, and you know what's kind of funny in that regard is I was thinking as well, like what's the series that I've throughout the year that I've come back to that's like awesome, great, piqued my interest, and it was like, well, obviously it's the absolute stuff because I have all these comics from the year, and most of them I haven't read, but I've read almost all of the absolute stuff. Um, so I was really tossed between obviously Absolute Batman and my choice, which ultimately ended up being Absolute Wonder
uh,
Woman. Um, and I think that is just it. It took the notch over Batman because of how much I didn't expect. I would like it that much. I went to it thinking it's Wonder Woman. Whatever, but I fell in love with Wonder Woman because of this series now. Like great character, great story writing, great the art style is so unique for some of the DC stuff coming out right now.
yeah,
Um Super easy to understand and follow. Like it's just great writing. Like and same thing with Absolute Batman, right? Like it's just a fun read and you look forward to it every month and that's how I feel about Wonder Woman right now. It's just and it feels like weirdly enough she's kind of weirdly at the center of a lot of this DC stuff. I feel like
hmm
in the continuity, she was the first big, big thing to happen on the scene, at least. So, yeah,
hmm
I've been loving the Absolute Wonder Woman stuff. So that's my pick for my series of the year, series of
nice.
2025, Absolute Wonder Woman. Yep. Mm.
Yeah, that was up there too for me as well, and I even really struggled trying to decide if I wanted Batman or Wonder Woman, but I've honestly kind of fallen off the last couple issues of Wonder Woman, so that
Mm.
kind of just told me, like I got the latest issue of Absolute Batman on Saturday, and
Yeah.
like I when I saw that it was delivered, I couldn't get home fast enough because I just wanted to read it. Everybody was talking about this Joker stuff, and
Hmm.
I'm trying to avoid spoilers, and I'm already 4 days behind everybody else,
Yeah.
and so like when I thought about those factors, I'm like, okay, it's got to be that. I would have, loved to pick something more unique, but that's the one I'm dying to read the most, and I'm already like can't wait for that next issue because they had just left us in a really really fun spot with that
Yeah.
ending. Um,
Well, and I think that's totally fair. Like that makes, and I'm again, I was kind of in the same boat too, of like the last few issues of Absolute Batman, this last arc, few issues have been just so strong,
yeah,
so interesting and engaging, at least from my perspective, and I'm sure yours as well.
yeah, and Lucky Devils is really good, but it's like it's so spread out that like I once this next issue comes out in 2 weeks from now,
Mm,
um, I'm gonna have to read the last one just to kind of recap where we even are because it's
yeah.
been since like October. We're gonna be going on 2.5 months since the last issue. So it just kind of kills it for me a little bit.
No, it's fair. It's hard to keep the momentum of a
Yeah.
favorite thing when the favorite thing is very sporadic per se.
Another one I remember that was like that was World Tree. It was
Yeah.
such a good series, but it was just really,
In
really
fairness,
spread
it's still
out.
coming out.
Okay, so
Oh,
it, Eric has some information.
yeah. Hopefully, Lucky Devils is back on since Brown is on the mend.
Oh,
I am not familiar with what had happened,
yeah.
um, but hopefully,
Now I feel bad.
hopefully nothing like what happened to Donnie. Man,
Yeah,
one day I hope we get Donnie back.
yeah,
Are you ready for the next category here?
yes. And I
So,
just want to say what's up to Ozzy because I saw he popped in here.
oh yeah, Ozzy's hanging out. We've got favorite comic moment. So favorite moment in comic books. Wow, I'm struggling to talk today. That nap really did me one.
And that's this year?
That is this year. So a moment from 2025.
Oh, gosh.
Something that did you have some? Do you not have something picked out?
I mean, I'm just gonna have to go with some recency bias because nothing is really standing out.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
There's a moment in Lucky Devils that stands out a little bit with me, and it's just because it made me like really laugh out loud. And that was when the Devils presented themselves to their humans, and
Mm,
their reactions was just really really funny. It kind of reminded there's a similar moment in 8 Billion Genies as well,
mm.
where it's just like that is hilarious. But I've got to go with that last showdown between Absolute Batman and Bane, and that fight they had. I mean, that was an awesome issue.
Yeah.
It could have been twice as long because that was a lot of fun.
And you talking about the big final fight, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and where we're thinking he's gonna get an injection and become this big crazy monster Batman, and then we find out he had it all removed, and
Yeah.
he's going at this.
The
uh,
old-fashioned way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, and
Is
kind
that
of just honing in on that traditional Batman where he can, as long as he's got time to plan for it, he
I was
can beat
about to
anyone.
say.
Yeah.
I was about to say that is it is peak Batman wins with prep time.
Yep.
Like insurmountable odds. He loses time and time again against Bane because he doesn't have time to prep. The
And it
minute
was
he
cool
gets
because the whole issue, I'm like waiting for this moment. Like we're gonna
yeah,
see a monster Batman, and
yeah.
they were hinting at if he takes the injection, he's gonna be even, more powerful and
Mhm.
scarier than Bane. And I'm just like, he's gonna have Bane, kind of gassed out, and then
Yeah.
boom. And I mean, it wasn't even disappointing. It was just like, oh shit, like they're not gonna do that. Of
Yeah.
course they're not gonna do
Like, of
that,
course they're not. Why did
Yeah,
I think they were? Why
I
did I
know.
want them to? Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
it was really great. And so with my short terrible memory, that's kind of what sticks out the most. And that's sad because I only read that like a handful
On
of days ago.
Saturday. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Well, in fairness, you don't have to feel that bad because my favorite moment was something that was also recently that um I'm sure a lot of people picked, uh, which would have
Uh,
been Mr. Doctor Strange and Johnny Constantine finally crossing paths. That was my moment. Um, that's something that I think, as a fan of comic books, it's hard to kind of not look at that and be like, damn, like that's something that we're probably only going to get. We may only get this year, right? Like, and those are two characters that have, I think is a big part of what I like in comic books right now is this kind of, occult, mystic kind of. That's what I love about Absolute Wonder Woman is this kind of magic,
yeah.
kind of spooky side of things. And man, if they had a Moon Knight story in there with Batman or something, I'm sure that would have been number one. But what can you do? So yeah,
Yeah.
Constantine meets Strange.
That's
That
a
was my
good one.
yeah. It's unique, Who thought it would ever happen? Not me.
Yeah.
Uh, and now we kind of get away from comics. If you're ready to move on,
Sure.
so this one I'm interested to see what you pick because is favorite movie of 2025.
Yeah, this one I'm really struggling with.
You didn't have
God,
that. You didn't have one prepared, picked out in advance for this one.
I can't even think.
You did watch Fantastic Four apparently a number of times.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of thinking that's it. I really did enjoy it. I've actually watched it 3 times now, which is kind of absurd for me.
Yeah. Have you watched like three other movies in total this year?
No,
Fair.
probably not. I did watch Superman. I wasn't a big fan of it. I don't know that gosh, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, probably Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Um, I
All right.
just really didn't watch much in the way of movies, and this was really good. Watching this, I really felt like I was diving into some Silver Age Fantastic Four. I mean, it really had that feel to it, and yeah, Sam, I didn't like Superman.
It's not for everybody. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's a movie you watched a few times. You've enjoyed it every time you've watched it, and it's
Gosh,
been
was there any animated movies that came out this year?
there is one that's my movie, but I don't think you saw it. Uh, and then yeah, there wasn't a lot from. Yeah, I tried looking up just like movies that came out this year, just trying to jog my memory of like what else came out this year, and it wasn't a lot of overly interesting stuff for me,
Yeah.
at least that I saw. Um, yeah, it was kind of a weird year for movies. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw
Um,
The live action Lilo and Stitch with my daughter, and that was a fun movie.
yeah, like
But
for reference, I think Thunderbolts is one of the big ones that came out kind of early in
yeah,
the year.
I tried. But I couldn't even get through it. I didn't like it.
That's fair. I'm sure it's no surprise to anybody, but my movie was Chainsaw Man, Reza Arc.
Yeah.
Went back and watched it again. It was goddamn awesome. Still awesome. Just fucking cool. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I think this is a movie that everyone should watch just because it might make you love anime and it does everything right, in my opinion. Animation is top tier. Um, it's not very often you can find a movie or any media that switches between different kinds of animation, whether it's 3D, 2D, kind of more abstract stuff, all within like one fight sequence.
Yeah.
Like it's, ugh, dare I say, it's peak. But that's because I'm a nerd. So that was my favorite movie. I'm curious what everyone else's favorite movies. If anyone else had their favorite movie, come out this year.
Yeah, Sam is very DC biased.
Yeah, he loves his DC. Yeah.
He does.
So you know what you like. You like what you like. It's easy to know. Um, then we go into another one that I'm curious to see what you pick. Favorite TV show. And we'll move quickly through this one because I know you probably might not have something off the top of your head.
I mean, I'll say this. WWE Raw. It's a weekly TV show. It's not my favorite time in wrestling. However, CM Punk is my second favorite wrestler, second to Sting, only to Sting.
Mhm.
And he's been back with the WWE now. I don't know for how long, over a year, but just having him back on regular wrestling television just has me really excited about it again. Um, so I'm gonna have to go with that WWE Raw.
WWE Raw. Okay.
So
And
that's their weekly
yeah,
Monday night show.
with
Um,
Monday night. Okay. And that's been going on.
so
Is
they've
it
been
like a
on
season?
Netflix.
Okay. On Netflix. Yeah. Okay. I'd say that counts.
Hold
Did you?
on,
Oh, okay.
I'm still here. I don't
Sure.
know how. I don't know how I'm getting texts when I'm on Do Not Disturb, but anyways.
um, 9 panel grid. Welcome to Dairy. Just finished its first season, and that was uh, Perbulous is. Oh, Perbulous is super good too. Okay, Perbulous is a different show. Okay,
Okay.
I've heard good things,
Welcome
but
to
welcome.
Derry. Yeah, I really want to watch that. I'm waiting to watch it with my teenager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she she's into scary movies and stuff, but she's never seen the It movies, so I really want her to at least see the modern ones before we jump into the TV show. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, there was some interesting TV shows that came out. Um, this was one that I was again trying not to be super predictable about because there was a TV show that just ended literally on Saturday that I'm like, oh, it's obviously my favorite TV show. Um, but then I had to think real hard about it. I was like, I feel like there was one other show that came out that was awesome, and I was right. It's called Invincible. I
oh,
forgot. I forgot that the recent season of Invincible came out in 2025, uh, because it felt like a lifetime ago. Uh, but it was awesome. So Invincible. What? So it is a two-way tie between Invincible and My Hero Academia, of course.
okay.
My Hero just ended on Saturday. Final season, final episode. It was amazing. I cried like a little baby boy.
Wow.
Which Invincible I didn't do, unfortunately, but Invincible's not over yet. So maybe when Invincible ends, I will cry like a baby boy. But I did for My Hero. So there we go. 9 panel grid suggests watching the It movie first before
Yeah.
watching Welcome to Derry, by the way.
I've seen him but she hasn't. So she needs to see those first. And there's like some little hidden things in there that I like. Gonna have to probably point out to her, just because their attention to detail in those newer movies was crazy. Yeah.
All right. So we are now moving into something that I think is a bit more of an interesting category, and I would love to hear what everyone kind of thinks about this, and what they may have picked for this category. But it's favorite rediscovered media. So this was something that could have came out years ago that was just off your radar, and this year was the year it finally got on your radar. Um, did you have anything in mind for this?
So can it be something that wasn't even on my radar?
Sure.
Or okay.
Like some like because so maybe I'll explain. Like mine was Neon Genesis Evangelion,
Mm-hmm.
which was a show that came out in the 90s, and
Yeah.
I went my entire life. I knew about it, had heard about it, but never had seen it. And then finally, got around to watching it, and it was amazing. And I was a very, very happy fellow that I finally went and watched it. So that was my rediscovered media of 2025. Something that, again, had been on my radar, but had never actually gotten around to watching. Finally took the time to do it. So that
Yeah.
was this kind of category, the philosophy, if you will.
Yeah. So for me, and I was really trying to like not do stuff that I've talked about recently or read recently. I was really,
Mhm.
but ultimately when it came down to it, do a power
Oh,
bomb. I mean,
yeah.
this was just the best thing I read all year. And
Perfect.
I knew about it, and just like I love wrestling. I know Daniel Warren Johnson is a huge wrestling fan. I know that he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
He works with a promote, AEW, which is a promotion that I really, really like. I've been fans of them since they started, and even before when it was just an idea. Um, I mean, this book brought me to tears. Um, I mean, just an instant classic, I would say.
Mm.
Um, and just nothing. I mean, there's other great stuff I read, but just nothing compared to this. The only thing that even would come close would have been Wonder Woman, Dead Earth,
Mm.
which is also by Daniel Warren Johnson.
Fair enough.
But ultimately, yeah, Do a Power Bomb was just. I mean, the honestly the reading and viewing highlight of my entire year. I can't believe I put it off as long as I did. But I'm really grateful that I have it now. So
And that's why I felt this category I really wanted to include because that's that's the that's our lives in a nutshell, right? So you don't have time to catch up on everything, and
yeah.
I wanted to make sure we get to acknowledge some things that we maybe missed in the previous years of
Yeah,
our lives.
there's a moment in this where the wrestler doing the move there,
Mhm.
uh he's tag teamed with his daughter, but his daughter doesn't know that it's him under the mask.
Okay.
And um she really should hate this guy
Mm.
because he killed her mom in a match.
Mm.
And there's a moment where they're teaming together and he comes unmasked. And like
Yeah.
as a father, I'm like I lost my breath for a second cuz I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, like she's about to hate her father." And
Mhm.
they have this close relationship and they love each other so much, but
Mhm.
now the secret's out. And
Yeah.
like completely not the case.
Mm.
Totally. And so it's just like relief and like all kinds of emotions.
Mm.
Man, I'm gonna
There
praise
you
this
go.
book every
Yeah.
year.
There you go. There you go. That's why I included this category. That's what I love to hear.
Yeah.
Um, so are you ready? We're ready to move on to the next one because we're going to
Yeah.
get into collectible stuff now. So this little category was these next few categories were always the tough ones. Um, so first we got favorite new collectibles. So these are collectibles that would have came out this year, ideally if we can. But obviously we would have acquired them this year, but they would have ideally been produced and released this year as well. Is the philosophy? Yeah. Do you have anything off the top of your head for this one? I've got a couple things set
Yeah,
aside here.
mine is easy, no brainer. I
Okay.
don't know where the frick they are.
Okay.
They're supposed to come out winter of 2025. I'm waiting. Stan Sakai's Ninja Turtles
Okay.
from NECA.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean I have not ever wanted something even as a kid more. I
Mhm.
need these things. Where are they, NECA? You said they're coming out and
Well, do you have anything that you did pick up that
oh
you
yeah,
have? Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Um and that was
Sandman. Nice.
yeah.
There you
Um I just feel like there was a lot of I he was probably even on the list
go. Mhm,
early in the year when we were talking about figures we'd like to get from DC.
mhm,
Um and I just feel like we got a lot of those this year, or at least we got announcements that they're coming.
Yeah.
Zatanna's on the way. Um, I don't know what else. Mr. Miracle was one that I
Yeah.
know we were really wanting. Sandman was one.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know who else, but they've recently announced a lot of figures. Clearly,
Mhm.
they're watching the show
Of course.
and listening because, yeah, a lot of great stuff was announced this year. I feel like not a lot of great stuff came out though. Um, it was seemed like a very quiet year for figures and characters that I like at least.
Well, that was kind of like an interesting thing for McFarlane this year. I it kind of felt like there was a certain point in the year where I just almost stopped collecting McFarlane stuff like altogether. Um, and I
Yeah,
still look at the section selection every time I go to the stores. I'm like, man, there's just nothing like I don't need another Batman. I don't need, whatever,
yeah,
right? Nothing too crazy. I would like to get some of their Fallout stuff. I did like the Berserk figure, the one of like Keanu Reeves looking motherfucker.
yeah.
That was good. Um, but I have three.
Oh,
Because I really couldn't choose, and I had a tough time. And one of them, I'm not sure. I can't remember what year it came out, so I'm not sure if it was this year or if I just got it this year or late last year. So I'll leave that one for last. Um, Number one was one I showed off right when I got it, and that was the
oh yeah,
Ichigo Thousand Year Blood War SH Figure Arts, and that one was like I was so excited for that when that thing came out. When it got announced, and then when it showed up, I was like a little kid on Christmas. And then the other one would be
oh
Bakugo
yeah.
from My Hero Academia, and oh, man, I love this figure so much. The quality of it feels so sturdy. Like the articulation's great. It's got all these accessories, and I mean, I this is the year of explosions for me. Uh, I don't know how many superheroes I've seen have explosions this year, but it's beautiful and I love it. And he's at the forefront of it by far. Um, that's not true, not by far. But the last one I was going to include was the Superboy here from
Oh
Nice
yeah.
Girl,
Oh
which
man.
again, one of my favorite figures from this year. I think it's from this year, so that's why it's on the list as maybe an honorable mention. But yeah,
Okay.
those were my three. Um, I feel like I got really into anime again this year.
Yeah.
Like just lots of good stuff coming out, lots of cool figures, lots of great shows. Yeah, so I've been revitalized in that regard. Um, this other this next category is very similar, but it's favorite acquired collectible. So it doesn't have to be something that came out this year. It's just something that um, you picked up maybe from previous years that you're just super excited that you finally have in your collection.
Okay. A
And while you're
comic. A comic
anything,
falls into that, right? Yeah.
sure. While you're thinking about it, Samrock saying, "I'm very picky with what McFarlane figures I pick up." I feel yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Sam gets a lot of the animated Batman stuff I've seen. I feel like maybe.
Yeah, so hopefully Mark is still in here because he was the one that graciously got this done for me. But uh,
Oh
so this is I have two. This is runner up.
yeah.
So that would be my remarked Doctor Doom book with the MF Doom mask
Mhm.
remark because they quoted him in it.
Yeah.
Love Maria Wolf. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, I've been a huge MF Doom fan for over 20 years. I always loved kind of the obvious inspiration he drew from Doctor Doom and just comics in general that he incorporates into his music. This book was just such an awesome, like Sanford Green quoting him at the beginning of the book,
Mm.
kind of that acknowledgement from Marvel in a sense, because obviously they agreed to publish that.
Yeah.
Whether they knew that was MF Doom lyrics or not, I don't know. But again, it's
Mhm.
kind of just like, one of those emotional moments where you're like, man, I really wish that, he could have been alive to see that because I bet it would have
Mm.
been a very proud moment for him.
Yeah.
But also beautiful that better late, better late than never.
Mhm.
So yeah, really,
That's a special one.
yeah, very special. And thanks, Mark, for getting that for me. Like I said, I'm really excited for Emerald City to get her to do the microphone and kind of complete my idea of that cover. But it's got to be this.
Yeah.
The Neil Adams.
Same the little signature down there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I love getting autographs. Nothing beats that.
Mhm.
But a close second is finding autographs in the wild.
Yeah.
Um, like I just bought autograph book off of eBay. I really don't like to do it like that. I was looking for the book and I happened to find an affordable copy that had an autograph. So I
Yeah.
was like, why not? I
Mhm.
would much rather find, an autograph book in the wild. Um, I love Neil Adams. Probably in my top 3, if not my number 1.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I
Yeah.
love Ron Lim too, but it's tough. Neil Adams has just drawn so much classic stuff.
Oh yeah.
Um, I gotta say that was not an autograph that was even on my radar. I mean, I don't even know if I ever thought about owning a Neil Adams autograph until the day I was holding that book in my hand and I opened it up just for shits and giggles, and
Mhm.
there it was. My jaw hit the floor. That was probably one of, if not my most exciting hunt moments of
Mhm.
the entire year, and
Yeah.
there has been a lot.
Mhm.
Um, so that's got to be my number 1.
Nice. Hell yeah. Samrock saying, just remember all caps when you spell the man's name. And Omega Comics saying, what's up?
What's up,
Uh,
Josh?
so funny, mine was also a gift that I got on my birthday. And I remember showing this off on the show.
Oh yeah,
But obviously, it has to be my my replica sword from Bleach here that my incredible partner gave me for my birthday. So I can't even fit the whole thing on the screen here
crazy.
because it's so long, but it's awesome, and I still set it up in my living room above my above my couch, and it looks so cool. Just this huge black uh, anime sword just sitting up on my shelf, and yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Uh, what did I miss, Jacob? Did you find a Neil Adams auto?
yeah. It's the one I found earlier in the year, Josh. The
the year in review, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
the Batman and Robin, yeah,
So we're just reviewing kind of our favorites of the year.
favorites of the year, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so we're getting down to our last few, our last three, the last three that were added to the list here. And so now we get to some kind of fun, interesting ones, I would say. Do you want to go first on this? The category is the grand acquisition. Uh, do maybe I should go first because I feel like yours might. I feel like we got lots to share on yours here.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've only got one thing because I'm. This was like my big expense of the year. This was
Oh yeah,
something that
I
I
remember
didn't.
this.
Yeah, I didn't really anticipate grabbing, but it was kind of put before me, and I just couldn't say no to it, and that was the Venom 35 Art Gym uh, signed Virgin exclusive comic that man I really need to get like a good proper display for, but man it is just gorgeous. I don't know if you can even see
Yeah.
it there with the light and
Oh
everything,
yeah,
but
that's beautiful.
and that signature just like that's such a clean signature too, man. Like
It is. I'll say this, and a great contrasting color, which is a pet peeve of mine. But
yeah.
let me just say another pet peeve of mine.
Mhm.
these guys and their short signatures, I can't with it. The Adam Hughes,
Yeah,
the T McFarlane,
yeah.
and that one's one of the better ones. But even Art Germ there, a
It's a
little short.
it is short. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll take a little look at it there. It is just a little scribble.
but that's not nearly as bad as Adam Hughes, which is just a
Yeah.
plain old AH. At least Art Germ's got a little bit of style to his. But I
And
mean, can we get a little more glamorous with these autographs, please?
and
Like,
keep in mind, like, I don't know if we can really see it on there, but like his signature that he signs on like the cover of the book with his art piece is the exact same as the signature he does.
yeah,
So at least it's like it's the same. It's the same
yeah,
signature
definitely.
consistent throughout. Like, oh, he puts it on his artwork and then he actually signs it.
Yeah, and Maria Wolf too. So you've got yeah,
But Peach isn't like that. Momoko doesn't do that because she signs her work with like this little circle character, which I don't know what that is. But then when she goes and actually signs a book, it's like her actual Japanese characters of her signature. I'm not too sure, but
yeah. It's weird. You can't even.
yeah, it is characters. But then you see her
Yeah,
regular when she does her artwork and signs it, like for just like a
yeah,
Marvel variant. It's this
yeah. The
little
circle.
circle. Yeah,
Yeah,
which is a really I'm not sure. They must just be different Japanese characters that represent different things. I'm
yeah.
not sure. Um,
We also have to keep in mind that these guys are probably,
doing it all the
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
wow. Sequential treasures. Thank you
oh,
for coming through. I met him Saturday, and I spoke to you about what I got to
oh yeah.
see. Um, so I guess I'll just me and sequential treasures here are we haven't began talks yet, but we're hoping to have him on the show as a guest here in the near future. He's got some really great stuff that he could potentially show off that would be a real treat for all of our viewers, but I'm not going to give too much away. We got to iron some stuff out first.
The Donny Cates one. Sorry, yeah, I'm just. Well, yes, I'm looking for. Well, yes, we got big plans for the new year.
Yeah.
Omega Comics. The Donny Cates one kind of ticked me off, and I have two of them.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
double down.
there's some really disappointing ones and some really, some really great ones. A full Todd McFarlane is a really great autograph. I love his. Neil has a great autograph, I would say. Um, oh gosh, there's so many. It's one thing I observed. I know we're going off a little bit here, but Stan Sakai's earliest works in comics was doing, kind of assisting Sergio Aragones,
Mm.
and he was his letterer and did a lot of other stuff for him. Their art styles are so similar as far as illustration goes. It was really funny. I recently saw Sergio Aragones' autograph,
Mhm.
and him and Stan even have a very similar autograph. They kind of do these loop de loops. I was just like,
Mm.
wow, they're almost like the same guy, like with maybe just an alias or something, but
Yeah, yeah.
clearly different, you know, different
Mhm.
part from different parts of the world. So, but just really cool to kind of see the influences that maybe they shared back and forth.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Uh, can't get too sidetracked here, though.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
We still got your acquisition
Gosh,
to
yeah.
discuss, which I feel like maybe you alluded to a little bit earlier. Um, but please, let's talk about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody that's in here for the most part knows. Earlier this summer, I spent five figures on a comic book collection. That was, gosh, I can't remember how many books it was. Probably about 12 to 15,000 books. I'm not really sure. Maybe not quite that much. Maybe it was more 8,000 to 10,000 books. A lot of books. With just so much good stuff in it. I constantly find myself reminiscing over this collection that I had the honor of purchasing, and most of it, a lot of it was sold to recoup my money, but I got to put some really great books in my collection. Not all of these books here made it into my collection, but these are just some highlights. This made it into my collection. This
Hmm.
is a page of original coloring for a Silver Age Doctor Strange book. Um, so
So
cool,
cool.
man. I've never spent that kind of money on anything that wasn't a car or a house. Yeah, here we have the first appearance of Dormammu and Clea.
Wow.
There was a first appearance of Doctor Strange in there that I couldn't find the picture of. This was crazy, man. I mean, when you buy collections, you get a whole bunch of books and you'll hit a few, big keys. There's typically these, handful of keys that are like seem to just always be in a collection,
Hmm.
but never, very rarely do you buy a collection where all the keys are in there. I mean, certainly they weren't all in here, but more than you've ever seen. There have been YouTube videos made about this collection, not by myself, but by people that came to witness it. Dave being one of them. I think that's probably that video he made is probably one of, if not his most successful video of the year. Just
Wow.
because people like to eat up this kind of that kind of content. But that was a great honor, and it was awesome to have Dave come over here. It was the same weekend that we had our first ever comic book swap in Yakima, so he got to go to that. Um, but this was an experience I'll never forget. Just seeing all these great books and having them was just, I mean, it's like a dream. I'll probably never experience anything like that again. Which
Wow.
kind of regrettably, everything moved so quickly. I was, really, I wouldn't say desperate, but I was really anxious to get my money back just
Mm.
because it was such a large amount of money.
Yeah.
Um, and I just feel like I didn't get to spend enough time with some of this stuff.
Mm.
But ultimately, I've got the pictures and the memories, and again, I got to put some really awesome stuff in my collection. Two copies of first appearance of Jonah Hex. Just yeah,
So cool.
yeah.
So cool.
I don't know what else to really say about it. Um, yeah,
No,
crazy.
that's the grand acquisition for sure. I mean, that's the. I know when I was coming up with the title, I'm like, I shouldn't even ask him what this. I know what it's going to be.
Yeah, yeah. I think anybody that was around or knew about it would know. Nothing in my life as far as my collecting goes will top that.
Hell yeah.
But I will say this, 2025 was also the year that I had three copies of Hulk 181 in my hand. And prior to getting the first copy,
Mhm.
again, I remember watching a video of our buddy John with Paper Chase Comics getting himself one and
Mhm.
thinking and being so happy for him and thinking to myself, I will never own that book, but it brings me satisfaction that a friend of mine got one.
Mhm.
I'm so happy for him. And to some degree, I guess that makes it feel like I have one too, you
Mhm.
know, and that's about as good as it'll get. And no joke, 2 weeks later, I found one for a price that couldn't be turned down. And here we are at the end of the year, and I've now had four of those.
Crazy.
It is
You
it is
crazy son of
crazy.
a gun.
Yeah.
And to think if man, if shipping wasn't terrible, I would have a Swamp Thing 37 in my hands too.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the other thing. I I was on the hunt for one of those for you for so long,
Yeah.
at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Because around the time I'm trying to buy them for you, they're like $200 or more. And not that you're not worth it. It's just I don't really even spend that kind of money on
No,
books for myself.
no.
And I did end up finding you a copy for a good price.
Mhm.
But I just bought, so I have 4 copies of that right now. I just got one that is really nice, solid condition. I'd say 7.0 or better
Yeah.
for $60. Which, if I could have found a copy for you at 150 when I was looking, I wouldn't have hesitated because you couldn't I couldn't find them for less than 200.
It's crazy, dude.
I just got one from the comics,
Crazy.
yeah, comics place in Bellingham last week for $60, which is insane. So,
Man. And that's how much it would cost to ship it to me. It's about
yeah,
$60.
insane.
All right. Well, this is a nice segue into we've got 2 categories left. Two
Okay.
categories here. This one is it's a fun one. The best bang for your buck. Um, the idea being something low budget, high value. Um, so I've got one here sitting next to me. If you want me to show it off her here first, if you'd like.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I think anyone who was tuning in at the time would know that this one was. I was pretty excited to find this Batman
Yeah.
#1 New 52, and I found it for half off cover price. So it was like $4 here in Canada.
Wow.
And again, this was one of those books that I was like, if I find it at a good price one day, maybe I'll grab it. But it's usually a little bit out of again, like I'm the kind of guy I can't really justify spending $60 on a book that I would like to have kind of thing. It's I'll spend $60 on a book that I need, but
Yeah.
not one that I would just like to have. So finding that book for a good price, yeah, it was. I was really happy, really excited, and that was one that I was walking away like a little bit like, ooh, hands are shaking a little bit like, oh man, I found something really cool here. Like, it's a good day.
Yeah.
So, but didn't get to do a lot of comic hunting this year. So that was a big win for me.
Well, I'll say I have something to show for the best bang for your buck, but
Hmm.
the best bang for my buck this year was Yeah Comics and their Philobox sales. Um, it's
Yeah.
crazy to me that I live in a place where they're actually where this is happening,
Mhm.
because it's just a thing that I would hear about with my friends in bigger cities that have real comic shops,
Yeah.
good comic shops. So to finally have that here in my hometown and access to that
Mhm.
is a blessing. Um, Fill a long box for $50, which only applied to the dollar indie books. I
Mhm.
mean, your boy was
We're
that's
loading up.
as close to heaven as I'll ever get.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but actually, I was thinking I was going to show this book off because I remembered it mid show
Mhm.
when I was trying to scrounge up some stuff to show off from my hunt on Saturday.
Mhm.
And this is the perfect time because this probably is the best bang for my buck. It
Okay.
cost
Okay.
me it cost me $1. I
Okay.
found this on Saturday in the dollar bins. I don't know how I've not seen this.
Hmm.
I don't know how it got there. Um, you can't find a copy of this for less than $100 right now on eBay. So it's honestly very
Okay.
crazy.
All right.
Um, Grendel #2.
Okay. Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is his first solo series.
Yeah.
Um, #1,
Hmm.
it's a solid $200 book,
Hmm.
and this is #2.
Yeah.
Um, and again, I just checking on eBay,
Mhm.
I couldn't find anything, and maybe there is. It's not like I took a deep dive, but
Yeah.
um, all the listings were over $100.
Yeah.
So yeah, crazy. I told Oren what I found, and I felt really
Mhm.
bad that I was, and I, gave him the option to mark it up if he wanted to,
Yeah.
and he didn't care. He's like, "You found it in the dollar bins." So I did buy him lunch. So I guess maybe it cost me more than $1, but it really didn't. I would have bought him lunch anyways. Um, yeah, I don't think I had a bigger hit than that all year, and I had some really great hunts and really great hits, but that, yeah.
No, that's fair. That makes sense because yeah, that's it's funny that we the same thing with my new 52, right? Where it's like, I found it in a bin where it wasn't supposed to be, and then I felt
Yeah.
really bad. I was like, I can pay like I can pay maybe like a little bit more, but I don't want to pay the full price. But if you
Yeah. Yeah.
want to work something out, and he's like, no, you found it, play,
Well, and that's the
I
beauty of shopping at a real comic shop where, the person selling the comic books, they know that feeling. So
yeah,
they want to honor that feeling. I
yeah.
mean, that's why we hunt. That's why we dig through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boxes. And like, that's also why I've educated myself on this, independent underground stuff, because there's some really great stuff out there, art and content wise, but also some really great stuff out there that has some really good value, and not everybody knows. A lot of I when I showed this to Oren, he may not have even really known what it was, and I bet a lot of people wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not the most popular series these days, but yeah, really really happy with that.
Oh yeah. Um, as we kind of get to the end, oh, what is Samrock saying? Didn't you find like the first appearance of Nightwing or something for like $2 also?
Yeah, yeah. Last week I showed that off. I found first appearance of Nightwing for $2, but I mean that's probably like a $40 to $50 book.
Oh,
So
there you go. There you go. It's still a nice little
still
find.
great. Yeah,
So, yeah,
very not
lot,
complaining.
lot, lots of good finds out there this year. Lots of good
Yeah.
stuff. Um, and then we move to our final category, um, which is a bit of a pat ourselves on the back category of our favorite paper and plastic moment, as this was our first year, or I believe you called it our birth year, in our post.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, we've been at this now for 42 episodes. We're just shy of 1 month being the full year of weekly shows for the most part. Um, so yeah, can you recall a favorite moment from the show, or maybe a favorite episode perhaps?
I really can't pinpoint any one thing. I would
Oh,
just say, doing this has been hard for me at times, but I'm really like proud that we have done it because we talked about it for so long. And I would just say any of the episodes where we got guests on, people that I would consider, friends. And a lot of all of those guys were already creators, content creators
mm,
themselves. That's how I found out about them. And I personally, wanted them on because I like their content. I guess you could say I'm a fan.
mm.
And to have those people come on our show and be a part of what we're doing, that was always really fun. And yeah, just probably any time we had a guest on was my favorite.
Yeah, I was gonna say my favorite. I do have a favorite episode. It was episode 20, and that was the one where we had Paper Chase and Rev Wormwood on.
Yes.
Uh, and
Okay.
and
That
that
was a
was
good time.
yeah, we were. It was just chaotic. The four of us just had yeah. It was
And I warned you. I told
yeah.
you getting these two guys together on a show, or even just really having Rev on a show, because he's a wild man.
Yeah,
But yeah, again,
it's a blast.
yeah, and I would say too, even having Paper Chase cover for me one episode, like,
Yeah.
just what solid people to take time away from their lives to come be here with us and hop on and talk all things that we love. And then even for John to step up and cover me for an episode, and I really enjoyed that episode. I watched it or listened to it while you know driving to pick up a collection. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's been a man crazy year. We're at 120 subscribers, um, 56 uploads overall on our YouTube page, and yeah, no, it's been a crazy journey, and it's yeah.
yeah,
Oh, Sunny Union Gap, the episode where you spoke up and showed pics of the Mythical's Ron basement was my favorite. That's right.
yeah.
That was maybe right around the same time as episode 20, I think.
Yeah, because that's when I found the Neil Adams,
Yeah.
and I definitely remember having conversations with John about that, and yeah, that would have been right around it. Unfortunately, I would bet money that that basement's flooded right now.
Yeah. The
It's
rain's
not in
bad.
a good place at the moment.
Yeah. Ooh. And the rain's not lighting up. It certainly ain't here, that's for sure. Uh Sweet man. Well, there we go. That's our episode 42,
Yeah,
year in review.
yeah,
Posing the question, did we peak? And the answer we hope is not yet. Um, but we won't know for sure until about the end of 2026 that we'll know.
yeah.
Um, so I think next week I'll have to double check my schedule. I believe I am working Tuesday night, so we might have to do a different day. But
Okay.
obviously, we're getting close to the holidays, so I think the plan is to at least do one more show before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Is the plan to do at least one more? And I think what we'd like to do, that's what I would like to do, is some predictions for 2026. We can look at the slate of things that are planned to release, seeing what we predict might be a flop, might be a hit, and maybe just making some predictions and some wish list kind of thing. What do you think about doing that, my friend?
Yeah, I might actually have to take a look ahead of what's coming out.
Well, I think some big things. I think Avengers Doomsday is 2026.
Oh,
I
don't get me
think
started on
I,
that.
I think it's a whole slate of things. So yeah, I think we can definitely fill an hour of a show next time here with looking at the things that are coming up here
Yeah.
in the world of comics, in the world of media, in the world of collectibles. Lots of fun stuff. And like I said, next year we're looking to evolve and get the ball rolling on some fun ideas.
Yeah.
Samrock, I think all episodes are great. It's definitely my favorite comic book show. Hell yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely.
That to me also says you watch more than one comic book show, so I'm taking that to heart. Uh,
Sadly, I'd bet you he doesn't, but that's okay. That's okay.
I watch comics explained sometimes. I still like us better.
Yeah. Yeah, the voice it's tough for me.
My voice?
No, comics explains voice.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
But
I know.
I'm not one to talk. I hear myself and I'm just like, "Oh god." It's so bad I can't even bear to watch the whole episode of ours. But it's weird watching yourself. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking I gotta throw like a better EQ on my microphone. Sometimes I hear myself and I'm like, I can barely understand what I'm saying half the time. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
I will give a little shout out here to Sequential Treasures who was in the chat earlier. Everybody should go over and subscribe to him. I met him Saturday at my LCS, and man, the guy is I didn't talk to him for long, but I could already tell he's a wealth of knowledge, and he loves comic books, and he's been a fan for a very long time, and he has a really great channel where he talks about a lot of comic, well, only comic stuff. So definitely check him out, and like I said, we'll hopefully be having him as a guest in the future, and he's got some stuff to show off. So yeah,
and I think we also got to give Sam Rock a shout out, just for
yeah,
being the real one. Every episode, being the homie.
yeah,
Yeah, showing up every day this year. Love it.
yeah,
Um, been a fan for almost 40 years. All right. Well, we're gonna have to.
yeah,
I'm gonna have to check this channel out and see what we got going on. And like I said,
and
up with
him and his wife as well. I met his wife, and she's also a collector and a fan, and they were very gracious in what they showed me, and that yeah, what a great time, something I'll never forget for sure. So and he did a little review on Yeah Comics, and he was very happy to finally have a real comic book shop in town as well. So
Yeah.
we definitely share that in common.
And he's got a new video coming out tomorrow for those interested. All right, there we go. Check it out.
Yep.
New Comic Book Wednesday. And again, we'll be back with at least one more episode here before the end of the year. And anything else to wrap up on, my friend?
I don't think so. I'm gonna get together some of those gets from last weekend and put them, show them off next show, because I did get some really good stuff. I just got caught up in our list today.
Yeah, now that's okay, my friend. All right, well, I hope everyone has a great rest of their week, and we will be back next week. Stay tuned for when that broadcast will be, but we will be doing one more here before the end of the show. And yeah, let's keep it splashy. I like that.
Hey, yep.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your week. See you
Hey
later.
guys.